Alright, in this tutorial we are going to be creating walls. Now I showed you how to do this in a previous one where we pulled them all up at the same time. However, we don't always necessarily have the floor plan in mind and we build as we go. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to start by deleting this person and I'm going to just start with a rectangle tool in which I'm going to create a room that is 10 feet by 10 feet. Next I'm going to use the push-pull feature, and I'm just going to pull it up a distance of 3 inches. Now I want to offset my walls, and I don't know how thick walls are, but I'm going to keep them at 3 inches as well. And now I can pull up the walls. Now if I just click and pull up, you'll notice I lose that baseline. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to undo, Control Z. What I want to do is hold the Alt button and then pull up. So now that baseline is still there. And I can make, let's see if I make these walls 8 feet high. Now, if this was my master bedroom, I might have an ensuite line right here. And again, I'm going to pull just that base out for my ensuite, which will be, let's say, 7 feet long. I don't know. Now what I want to do is I want to, if I was to offset inside this room right away and type in 3 inches, what you'll notice is, oops, I didn't do what I wanted, offset 3 inches, and I pull up. What you'll notice is, and again I didn't hold the Alt button, you don't need to do this because I'm going to be undoing it. So holding the Alt button, I pull up. What you'll notice is that I've now got that double wall thickness, which is what I don't want. So I'm going to undo that offset. And what I want to do instead is I want to select just those outside lines. And I want to offset just those. So now you see over here, it doesn't have that extra line, and I can put in my 3 inches there. So I'm going to pull up my walls again. Remember to hold the Alt button to leave that baseline, and if I just click over where that one ended, the height, it'll match up that height. So that might be an ensuite now that I have, which I'll need a door into, so I can use the pencil tool. And let's say I draw a door up here. Just gonna get a better angle. I might actually start from this side. Not quite sure why I can't see my door being done. Oh, there it goes. Must have been just the angle I was at. Okay, so I'm going to draw a door here. And then I can use the push-pull tool and just push it in so that now I've got a pathway into that ensuite. So I think what I drew the first time, I was actually drawing on the ground. So let's, I'm going to use the eraser tool just to erase those lines which should not have drawn down here. Oops, I hit one I didn't want to do. Okay. Now what I might do is I might even have a little walk-in closet next to this. So I'm going to use the push-pull tool again. Grab the base there. And pull that out to match to the same level. Remember only to select those edges that we want to offset. And then we can click and add in 3 inches to offset that there. I'm going to hold the Alt button And I'm going to pull up to match that height. And I will need a door into that walk-in closet. So I'll use the pencil tool. And let's just make sure I got there. And oops, there. And then I can push that one through. So now we have a door on that one. If you want to create some moldings, what I could have done as well, if I undo that for a second, is I could have used the offset tool, oops, and only selected again those edges that I want to offset. And I might want to make it a little wider next time if I plan on doing moldings. And now I can push that through, and I might even pull those moldings out just a little bit. You could use that follow me tool like we did in the first video and create moldings around the whole entire room that way as well. So using that pencil tool to zoom in more. Okay, and then I can use the follow me tool. I'm going to go up to the view because I normally use the large tool set, and it's this one, which is the follow me. And then I can click and I could drag moldings all the way up and around should I so choose. Zoom out. I might need to just move this over here and spin. So if I try that again, it's a little difficult to do it in stages. Oops, here's what's happening there. To rotate. So I think I hit something there as I was meaning to orbit when I'm still on the follow me tool. So probably best to offset that. But anyways, just to give you, I just wanted to give you that idea of that being an option to do that. So as you go on to your next room, I'm going to just click that arrow because that follow me tool is starting to bother me. So now let's see, how do I get into this room? I might need a door here. So I'm just going to again draw a quick door. I might select those edges to offset for a little molding, which I can pull out later on. And I'll just push that. Oops. Redo my offset. And that doesn't want to offset the way I want. Let's pull this one out. In any case, the other thing you might need is I'm going to pull out, set down here. And let's hold the Alt button to pull it out further. Having real difficulties with orbiting right now. Let's just finalize that so I can move this. So what you'll notice is when I pulled out this frame, I had a little extra here, which will be fun because that'll allow me to build the crown molding around that when I finish my house. So when I want to design that, finish my design, I can use that and try that again. So that's how I can get that crown molding all the way down. Of course, I need to get a better view. Let's see. I can extend that to there. And then you can always use the eraser tool to clean up any of those lines that you didn't need. Oops. I got some molding there, and I could repeat that on the other side down the hallway. Now I'm going to use the offset again. I'm going to hold the Alt because I want to keep that line for my hallway. And this time I'm going to build another room that's 10 foot wide. And I'm going to use the offset tool again on all of the edges this time. Oopsies. You don't want to scale. You want to offset. And 3 inches for my walls. And I'm going to hold the Alt button down and line it up to the same height. So now I can start building on these rooms. So essentially I'm kind of just following the floor plan of a house that I have here in the north, with the master bedroom, the ensuite walk-in closet. We have a large hallway down here, more bedrooms down this side, which then leads to your living room and kitchen. So if you have an idea in mind, that might make it easier. Otherwise, you might want to sketch it out ahead of time. Again, any of these lines on the bottom that might cause you some problems when you offset it, or sorry, when you use the push-pull tool, you might want to erase. Because now what I would do is I'm going to take that whole bottom layer and I'm going to extend that out now. I don't know how big that room is, but it's larger, so we'll go 15 there. And then I can erase all of these ones that I don't need. Okay. And now I could, see, it's all open. I do have a divider between the kitchen and living room that's more of an open concept. But what I might want to do is actually just draw a line in here from there to there, so that way I can offset this room as one large room. 3 inches. And now I'm going to pull those walls up. I'm going to Alt button again to keep my base. Get to the same height. Okay, and then I'll just have to open up this hallway again. So just use that pencil tool right up and down. And there we go. So now I've got my rooms, my hallway leading into those rooms, and I can start from there. So obviously it's not finished, but that's how you can start designing with your ideas in mind. I also missed that there was another ensuite over here, or another just sort of bathroom off the side here. But just to give you an idea on how you can pull up walls and build them as you go. If you were to add a window later on, I'll just show you really quickly. If I was to draw a larger window, and then I can perhaps want to offset that as well, and I might push that in just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to push it. Because I think what I'm going to do is we won't see it from that side yet. So what I have to do essentially, I want to delete that. There we go. So push it right through to delete it entirely. And then we'll use a rectangle tool to add just a single pane back over top. Doesn't look like I did that very even, does it? And use the push-pull and just push it in, indent it a little bit. Now if I apply the paint bucket tool, oh, I'm already on glass and mirrors, there we go. So now I'll be able to see in from the outside. So that's how we can start creating our walls and such. And that's it.